This is the first year that the Throwdown is the first stage of the Michigan Cup, which we're really excited about. The idea of the Michigan Cup, it's a 3-race series between MRTD, Paddle Hard Rampage, and Miles' first dam race. The idea behind it is to get motivation for youth paddlers to join. So all the youth paddlers today will go into a raffle for the end of the year for paddles. And there's a point system and a trophy for the men's and women's pro field. So it's just more for paddling. Get more people on the water is the idea. And Crystal does a great job helping me with everything on race day.
I'll be doing registration, so if you pre-register, it's very helpful.
You're gonna go downriver to the island like we've always gone around, clockwise around the island. Come all the way back up here to the red buoy, clockwise around the red buoy. Continue back down Portage Dam left. Last couple of years we've done it on the right. Can't do it over there anymore, so we're portaging on the left. Continue down to Deadstream, counterclockwise buoy to the ATV bridge. Counterclockwise buoy back out to Deadstream, counterclockwise buoy all the way back, Portage Dam on the right. Finish at the bridge, not the buoy, bridge. The illegal cut, just a reminder, because I didn't do it yesterday in Ursula, I apologize. It is illegal, off limits. You have to stay in the main river. Do not take the canal cut on the other side of the portage. Any questions on the race course? Back up!
5, 4, 3, 2.
I was ready for it. Forget it. Good guys, doing good.
Let's go, Mike! Come on, Mike!
Good job, Ryan. Good job, Carson.
What's up, guys?
Ryan Stepka. Ryan Stepka.
Mike! Come on, Mike!
Good job, Ryan. Good job, Carson.
Ryan Stepka. Ryan Stepka.
Good job, Austin.
I got a little bit. Nice job, guys. You're good. Good job, guys.
You're on his stern lane, it's good, and we get on their side, he sprints like. She thinks she hates canoe racing now. Shit. Good race, Rob. Thank you. Fun. Yeah. I got to race. Actually, it's nice not being real hot. It is, yeah. It's a little windy.
My name is Ryan Halstead, and I race with Wesley Dean out of Traverse City. We finished first overall at a time of 1:38.49, I do believe.
And any moments today in the race that kind of really made a momentum swing? I know you guys kind of had a huge lead at the end. What do you think really caused that? What did you guys do to make that happen?
I just think we have really good chemistry in the boat, and we have good speed together, and we can keep the rate high and keep the speed going after maybe portages or into headwind and stuff that we faced today. Help to lengthen out the distance, and we just move really well together. So.
Yeah, some challenges today during the race. It was very windy. We're a light team. We also went upstream. It's okay. Yeah, so it's just very difficult for us because we are so light. Any breeze that we face, any waves, any upstream, it's very challenging for us. So I think we've gotten definitely stronger. We've had a lot of practice with this now, but that was probably our toughest thing today.
What are your goals really and aspirations for future races in canoeing?
You go first, Joes.
I like the longevity of the sport, so I just want to keep getting better every year, and I know it's going to take a while. Even being at it 3 years, it seems like sometimes I should be further along than I am because I've been used to running, and running you see progress a lot quicker. canoeing, takes a long time to get that experience down and the strength built up. But I'm looking forward to just getting better every year and just see where I end up. So.
Yeah, for me, for goals in the future for racing, I'm a little sad to say this on here, but I don't know if canoe racing is in my future for very much longer. I really enjoy it, but it's a huge time commitment, so I think that my next big challenge is I did do a ski race one time. It was really difficult, so I'd like to do better in a ski race next winter, and then run my first marathon sometime soon.
I'm Kyle Stonehouse, race director of the Paddle Hard River Rampage. This was our 3rd year. It's growing. We had more paddlers in the C2 event this year than we did last year, which is great. The pre-registration was a little lower, but the amount of people that showed up on the actual race day of registration and for the event was pretty significant. Yeah, so we're a little bit different than not the traditional races, but some of our sister races that might start in heat where the river is a little bit narrower. It's wide, but it's not super wide. But the fun about the River Rampage is it's a rampage. It comes from the name. We refuse to do heats because of that. Back in the day, I'm not going to name names, but there was an actual River Rampage, and a bunch of friends, probably 30 to 40 guys and gals, rented a bunch of canoes, and they went downriver, and they had a fun time. So when I heard the story about that and lining it up with the name of the River Rampage, I felt like a mass start was needed. It really goes along with the name. It adds to the uniqueness of the event with how tight it is, and honestly, it's just great training just to get out there. It's not the most fun with all the wash, but the amount of learning that you get, whether you flip or not, it's priceless.
Any collisions out here today that you know of?
Yeah, there was a couple. Yeah. There was a couple people ran into some teams. A couple flips, myself including. 2 years in a row now that I've flipped at the start. And you know what? Normally I'd be upset about a flip, but it's the Rampage and it's part of the event, and you get back in your boat and you just make up as much time as you can. second place, Danny Medina and Weston Willoughby. And first place and your overall Paddle Hard River Rampage winners and champions back to back for Ryan Halstead and Wild West Dean. They are also the Paddle Hard bonus champs. Thanks, bro.
My name's Caitlin Miner. I've been canoe racing since 2012. I got into it because I did like feeding for a team for the water safari in Texas, and my reward for feeding for them was an entry to do the 340 race in Missouri. And then I started doing the safari and then started doing the marathon. So I've done 7 safaris, and this is going to be my 6th marathon.
Are you from Texas or here?
I'm from Texas, yeah, from South Central Texas in San Marcos.
Yeah. I'm Shannon Isendorf. I've been paddling since whatever year you took me down the river, 2017. And before that I would run, and they convinced me that I should start paddling, and so then I joined a team with her in Virginia, and now I've been paddling since then. This will be my 5th marathon. Yeah.
And what's your training regimen like? Are you training every day?
Pretty much since January, about every day. Maybe one day off, mostly paddling. I cross-train biking, lifting weights. I don't really run. Shannon lifts a lot of weights.
I lift a lot of weights.
Yeah.
I try to paddle Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and then I do CrossFit Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And so I really like CrossFit as a cross-training thing, because I feel like we have a lot of like muscle imbalances from paddling, and so it evens things out.
Okay. Have you done the marathon together?
No, we haven't done it together. Shannon hasn't gone women's in a long time. My last 4 races have been women's, so it'll be different for us this year.
Okay, and what about the race today? Can you tell me about like things that you did right, things you wish you would have did better?
We had a great start today. Super good start.
Crazy good. We were way ahead of people that I was like, why are you behind us? Like,
yeah, we had too good of a start.
Yeah, too good of a start.
No, we're solid.
Yeah.
We probably could have taken some better lines on the upstream. Like, I just don't know it that well. But we had a really good race. Yeah.
I don't think there's much we could change. I don't think there was anything like where I felt like, oh, we did that terribly. Like, you're just going to suffer on the upstream, and you're just going to try and feel great on the downstream. Tried to pop the shallows going to McMaster's. It was fun. My son was like 2 boats ahead of us, and I could see him, and so I was like, every shallow we pop, I was like, oh, we're a little bit closer. A little bit closer.
We were close.
Yeah. And so it was fun to try and chase him down. We didn't make it. We needed a few more shallows, and we would have been there. So.
Last question, what are you looking forward to most for the marathon this year?
You know, I like going with people that I like. I'm looking forward to having like a fun 17-ish hours with Shannon, maybe less if the water's high, working through all the obstacles together. Like, Shannon's a fun time, so it's going to be a really great race no matter what. And I mean, just that finish line feeling. Yeah.
I typically, because we're from Texas, we kind of go out of town slower than what we should. And so my favorite part is like picking off the boats one by one by one, and then like you get on the lakes and you really start picking them off. And so I really enjoy that part. I like paddling up next to them. I'm like, hi guys, how you doing? And they're like, oh man, you are way too happy right now.
We typically don't hit the wall quite as early as other people, just because we're used to racing for a long time. So it does annoy people.
Yeah.
Like, we're a little spunky in the morning and people are kind of low then, and that's kind of fun.
The race that we typically do is in Texas. It's 262 miles long. And so for this, we're like, oh man, we're like almost there. Yeah.
I still feel just as bad at the end of this though that I do then. Yeah.
Today it went off, the start went good for us. We had a good hole shot, went upstream. We knew probably gain time on the upstream sections. So we went all out in those sections, and Wes did a good job at clearing the weeds and keeping us in the right lines today on the upstream and downstream. And the boat was moving well, and there's a few things that I think we can work on between here and Marathon that to make things easier on us, and we'll just practice on those small little details and get them right better.
Should you want to tell me kind of about your plan from here to Marathon between training and the races?
Yeah, we got 3 weeks left basically, so probably start to taper the training off a little bit, start cutting down the volume a little bit, but just really focusing on technique and what we can do to just keep the boat feeling good. And yeah, hard to believe, just a couple more weeks and it's showtime. So today was the third leg of the Michigan Canoe Cup. It was the Mayo First Dam Canoe Race. Michigan Canoe Cup is just 3 races that me and a couple friends, we all put on separate races, and we came together and came up with a point system and kind of determine a winner by the end of it. And tomorrow we'll know who comes out on top.
How'd you guys do today in the race?
You go ahead. We probably exceeded expectations. Rob had been sick this week. We didn't pre-register because I wasn't sure that he was going to make it, to be honest. And we hit it pretty hard at the start and noticed we were leading the race for a while, which is, oh, okay. The boat's moving well. We matched extremely well together. We had fun.
Probably one of the worst portages of the season for anyone if you were to catch that on film. But my leg gave out and I was gonna throw up the whole way down. I think we actually took up the entire path going downhill, which is my bad. But
I have a flat spot on the bow, Rob, where we rubbed it off.
After that, kind of settled in a little bit, and once the stroke rate like smoothed out, we were clipping along well. So John and I had a total of 10 minutes of time in the boat together before this race, so happy with the results.
And our winners, Mike Davis and three-peat champion Matt Gabriel Jr.
All right, can you describe a moment in the race where you guys felt most confident?
We hit a few shallows, I don't know, 20 minutes down, and once we got ahead of them, gapped them a little bit. The gap grew, and the boat felt really good through the shallows. So we were pretty confident we put them away at that point.
And how do you feel about your overall performance across all 3 races in the Canoe Cup this season?
I would say my first 2 Canoe Cup races were subpar performances. They were a struggle, but you know, just kind of using the most of the NCRA season as you know, training and build-ups for the Triple Crown races. So that was to be expected for me.
Yeah. So how did you manage your training and recovery between each race, mainly between the marathon and now?
Just listen to your body and get out when you can. We always try to push ourselves, but sometimes our bodies don't let us. So you got to listen to your body and do what you can and hope it works out.
Yeah, I just put most of my focus on just getting out when I can. Like as far as paddling goes, I turn a lot of my training more towards running. Just with the Classic coming up, it's porters are a pretty pivotal role in that race. So. I switched to running and then just made sure, like, when I paddled, I just felt good when I got out every time and not overdoing it.
All right, and do you guys plan on racing next year?
For sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
So how do you feel about, so it's the first year of the Michigan Canoe Cup?
First year of the Michigan Canoe Cup, and we didn't like promote it as hard as we could have, just a lot of extra stuff in our lives going on, but we thought it was a good first year to kind of trial it and see how people were excited about it, more the youth side. So we're definitely looking forward to next year for sure.
So can you explain like the divisions that are in the Michigan Canoe Cup?
Yep, so there's a men's division, a women's division, and a youth division. So they acquire points by doing C2 and C1, and then we add them together for 3 stages of our Muskegon River Throw Down, the Paddle Hard River Rampage, and the Mile First Dam Race. So after tomorrow, I'll sit down and do all the points, and then we'll calculate a winner, and we hope to have the winners be able to join us at Paddle Hard. They are the Michigan Cup presenting sponsor, and we'll do a little award banquet, and well, not banquet, just a little ceremony. Probably get a beer, and there you go.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Right, and you plan on racing next year?
I plan on racing as many as I can, you know, outside of work, but I'm definitely gonna do as much of the circuit. Definitely want to do the Asable again. I have 9 finishes. I really want to get my Iron Paddler and then go from there. Might go out to New York if the right opportunity arises. There's been talk of maybe a C4 team put together, so that'd be fun. A different race aspect in that regards. But yeah, I miss my paddle family, so I'll be back next year for sure.